Hey, what up, man? You guys all right? Look, I was gonna do this video like later. Actually, I was gonna do it later, but it's just stuff that's racking on my mind. I would probably forget. If you're watching this video, you apparently have watched Star Wars: The Force Awakens. If you haven't, then you know I suggest you turn this video off. Man, the hype for me for that movie was astounding. I mean, I put it all on social media. I was gonna see it. I was gonna enjoy it. I was gonna love it. But I don't know, man. I think it was a okay movie. I think the spectrum I could put it is, or the measuring stick is, if you're a casual fan or a new fan, you'll absolutely love it. Like my wife, she absolutely loved it. Uh, for a hardcore fan, you'll probably like it, and for a fanatic, you'll probably absolutely hate it. I'm borderline between hardcore and fanatic because there's so much stuff that just is like I literally sat in the car, came in home, and played my video game and turned my video game off, just analyzing everything that went on in that movie. You know what I'm saying? Like, spoiler time. Some people say that that movie pretty much followed A New Hope from scene to scene. And me, not necessarily. It didn't do that. But here's the thing that bothered me about the movie. Okay. Three things. For one, 6 months ago, I put on Twitter. Somebody replied to the Twitter yesterday, too. I specifically tagged J.J. Abrams. Was like, yo, Princess Leia should be a Jedi. Period. She should be a Jedi. If she ain't, then this movie is just borderline okay. And period. Borderline okay. Second thing that bothered me about the movie is minuscule at the best, at the least, I would say, is the sound effects for Luke's lightsaber. It wasn't classic, iconic. It just sounded weird. Now, Kyle Ren's lightsaber, we known, for about 6 months now, his saber sounded off, didn't sound right, didn't sound like a classic lightsaber, which is okay, which is expected because he's a dark apprentice, and he probably built his lightsaber. Didn't have any holocrons to follow on how to make a authentic lightsaber, which is okay. I can understand that. But Luke Skywalker's lightsaber, you mean to tell me it doesn't sound like it's supposed to sound? And you know what I'm saying, the authentic classic sounds, which is on my volume for my YouTube because I chose the dark side. That it didn't sound like that at all. Especially the clashing of the lightsabers didn't sound at all. I mean, that was just blatant disrespect. You know it, and I know it. And then okay, but like I said, that's minor. The major thing that bothered me about the movie was the plot holes. Okay, episode one, two, and leading up into halfway of three, the Galactic Republic. It was Republic. That was the political faction that ran the galaxy, the universe. Okay. And then from three, four, five, all the way into the end of six was the Empire. Chancellor Palpatine became Emperor Palpatine and ran the galaxy with an iron fist, and then, the Republic became the Empire, and the Senate was absolved or dissolved halfway through A New Hope. Okay, so the sixth episode, Return of the Jedi, that leaves a power fluctuation in political structure. So Empire fraction off, and the Republic. What is it? So you go into seven, and because Star Wars is basically the story about the Skywalkers. However, it's the Skywalkers that influence or fluctuate through the political atmosphere of the whole government, which they tried to acknowledge in seven, but it was so inconsistent. Okay, the First Order. Okay, are they the Empire? No. Are they a new faction? Yes. Are they a terrorist group? We don't know. Are they in power? Well, I think so. But then the First Order is acknowledging the Republic. They even say the Senate. So is the Republic in power? Who's in power? What faction runs the universe? Why are they even fighting? That's the thing. That's the thing that bothers me. It's Star Wars, not Skywalker's story or Skywalker saga. Even though the Skywalker saga fits on Star Wars, but that it just who wrote this? Was it a 6-year old who wrote this damn plot? Because it doesn't make any sense. It's so many inconsistencies. And then second of all, they totally just absolved the first prequel. Just like nothing from the first prequel was. It was all about 4, 5, and 6, which is okay. It's a sequel to 4, 5, and 6, but at least pay some homage or show some acknowledging or inkling from the first trilogy. Okay, period. It's just a lot of inconsistencies, a lot of plot holes. Like, man, for starters, the resistance. Okay, in the movie, the First Order is trying to reclaim its status as the Empire, and run the galaxy. That's established in the movie, from what I gathered. And the Republic is in power. So why is there a resistance? A resistance to what? The resistance to the Republic? Or resistance to the Republic? No, you would call them a strike team or a task force. You understand? If the Republic is in power, General Leia, who should be Chancellor, who should be Chancellor. You know what I'm saying? That's the inconsistencies I'm talking about. Why is he the leader of the resistance? So, the Republic is in power. That's what they're alluding to in the movie. Shouldn't they be able to, you find out that the First Order is one of their main bases. The resistance should have been, on the horn and call back home to the Republic, like, hey, we found them sitting in the troops. It's stupid. The back part of the movie is stupid. And then here's the problem I have with people who are Star Wars fans. Oh my God, this is the best movie ever, best movie ever. Let me explain something to you. This is not the best Star Wars movie ever. Okay, ever. Period. Get that out your head. I think you're doing what I did with Final Fantasy: The Spirit Within, the first Final Fantasy movie that came over on States in the theaters. I tried my best to love it and enjoy it and embrace it, but I just liked it because of name association. I liked it because I'm a Final Fantasy fanatic. And when I walked out the theater, I felt some type of way. That's what you guys are doing. Y'all just loving this movie because name association is associated with Star Wars. But when you sit back and really look at the movie, when you sit down and really look at the movie, you'll realize that it wasn't that great. Character development of the movie was superb. Great. A1. Kylo Ren, Rey, Poe, BB-8, Lord Snoke, General Hux, all those character development was wonderful. Even Captain Fansa, all that was great. However, to throw it off, to make the movie ass or not as good as it should be due to that great character development, is the missing plot holes. Just horrible. I mean, the camaraderie between Finn and Poe and, Finn and Rey and Han, Han and Finn, Chewie with the new cast, it was wonderful. Absolutely wonderful. But what destroyed it is what I just said before. The government, or lack thereof, or, of the government, a lot of Star Wars feel to it was it was Star Wars by name. Didn't have no feel. Like, it was just, it I don't know. It didn't, I'm not going to I'm not eating the Star Wars songs on this one. And my name is Darth48076. And I'm telling you right now, I'm not. I mean, I liked it. It was cool. As far as ranking in movies, I say it'll come in fourth or fifth. Empire Strikes Back, number one. Revenge of the Sith, number two. Return of the Jedi, number three. A New Hope, number four. The Force Awakens, number five. It's the fifth best Star Wars movie. I'm sorry. It could have been number two if they didn't have inconsistent plot holes. That's how good the character development was in this movie. See, I'm not looking at this as a fanboy. I'm looking at this as a logistic movie fan now. You know what I'm saying? Before the movie, I was fanboyed up. Like, oh, this is Star Wars. This is going to be the greatest movie ever, all time. I can't wait to see it. Oh, I'm going to love it. I'm gonna absolutely going to enjoy it. You know, my son told me before the movie, he's like, Dad, you hyping it up too much. I was like, what happens if it be bad? I'm like, look, it's Star Wars. It can't be bad. In all actuality, it wasn't bad. It was a good movie, but it was, I'm not rushing to go to see the movie again. I'm trying to go see Creed again. Creed was phenomenal, but I'm not trying to go rush see Star Wars again. I mean, wait till it come on Showbox, which Creed ain't on Showbox. So I might go see Creed again this weekend. That's how good Creed was. But Star Wars for Force Awakens, I'll wait. I'll buy it. I'm gonna buy it when the trilogy come out. I'm just saying, J.J. Abrams, man, you dropped the ball. You better come out with 8. And then here's the thing. Okay, Luke is the last Jedi ever. Then why is talks of Donnie Yen being in Part 8 and being a Jedi? What is that? And before it's all said and done, look, Ben Solo, aka Kylo Ren, and Rey are not brothers and sisters. They're not twins, okay? They're cousins. It's obvious. Rey is a Skywalker. That's Luke's daughter. Period. It was never performed in the movie. Never talked about in the movie. But it was alluded. It was pointed to. It was absolutely talked. I mean, talked around. It was absolutely pointed out to that. Period. She's a Skywalker. But here's the more important question: who is the mama? Who is Rey's mama? Now, if J.J. Abrams come back with 8 and they point out that Mara Jade is Ren's mama, that would be the best movie ever. Yeah, I know they said they're not doing EU, they're not adding EU universe and this and that. But I'm telling you, if in the next movie, episode 8, they announce, they don't even have to show a picture of her. If they just mention or hint it that Mary Jade Skywalker is Ren's mama, best movie ever. Off of that, just off the strength of that alone. So nah, man. Other than that, man. Like I said, I just woke up. This has been bothering me all through the night. I was like, I slept, but I was just thinking about the movie. Had dreams about the movie. It's just, I'm out. I'm about to play some Street Fighter. Horrible.